Morning students. Today's topic is toxicity, right? Today we are going to study about the animal toxicity studies, right? So here, what is the purpose of studying this animal toxicity studies is that actually whenever you take any drug, that you should ensure that drug is very safe to you, right? So safety of a drug is very much essential, right? So for that purpose, various toxicity studies have been carried out in animals, right? In animals like mice, rats, guinea pigs, dogs, and monkeys, right? So this various toxicity studies we are going to study now, right? So the important tests for toxicity studies include one is a systemic toxicity study, local toxicity study, and specialized toxicity studies, right? So there are three types of toxicity studies. One is systemic toxicity study, local toxicity study, and specialized toxicity studies, right? So the first one, systemic toxicity studies. Here, this systemic toxicity study again includes two kinds of studies. That is, first one is single dose study, and second one is repeated doses studies, right? So the first one, single dose study, is nothing but it is acute toxicity study, right? And with repeated doses, it is chronic or subacute. Subacute and chronic studies come under repeated doses, whereas single dose means acute study. We are going to study about the acute toxicity studies with a single dose, and with repeated doses you are going to study subacute and chronic toxicity studies, right? So here again, in specialized toxicity studies, you are going to study about tests for male fertility, female reproduction, fetal development toxicity, allergenicity, hypersensitivity, genotoxicity, and carcinogenicity studies, right? So the first one, systemic toxicity study. So under this, we have told that single dose toxicity study, right? Single dose toxicity study. So what is the main object for this single dose toxicity study is that we can determine minimum lethal dose and maximum tolerated dose. Minimum lethal dose and maximum tolerated dose. And if possible, what is the target organ of toxicity also we can study here, right? So minimum lethal dose, that is, here you should not kill the animal. That is, the dose which you are selected should not kill the animal, but it should determine the minimum lethal dose, right? And the maximum tolerated dose, how much the dose that animal can tolerate, that maximum dose also you can determine in the single dose toxicity studies, right? The next one is, so in these studies, actually the effects of single dose are studied here, right? So single dose means all the animals means these animals are grouped into different groups, right? So for each group you will be giving graded doses. Graded doses means increasing doses. Suppose if you have grouped the animals into three groups, right? In each group, five animals are there. Animals means here, suppose if you are taking rodents means here rats or mice. If you have taken rats or mice, then five animals, five rats in a group, right? So for each animal you will be giving the graded doses, right? So graded doses means here for single animal, if you have given 2 mg of a drug, then for other animal you will be giving increased dose, that is 4 mg like that, or for other animal 6 mg like that you will be giving, right? So graded doses are given in two rodent species. Two rodent species means mice and rats, right? So using the same route as that intended for humans, right? So whichever route you are going to intend for humans, that route only is preferable here in this rodents also. So you will be taking graded doses in these animals using the same route of administration as you are intended to take in humans, right? So not only the same route in other species, right? So here you have taken 2 rodent species, right? So one additional route is also preferred in one of the species. Right? If you have given oral route for mice, then for rats you can give another route, okay, so that you can ensure the systemic absorption of that particular drug, right? And these animals are observed for mortality for up to 14 days. So remember, here you will be giving this drug daily. You will be giving this drug and you will be checking the mortality rate for up to 14 days. That is, if at all if you are giving parenteral route, then the mortality rate should be checked for 72 hours. And if at all if you are giving other routes like oral route or subcutaneous route, oral route, then you can check the mortality rate for up to 14 days, right? And again after that, after injecting the drug, then you have to observe whether any effects of the drug can be seen, right? So which type of observations you can observe here is one is the physiological functions. If there is any change in the physiological functions and if there is any change in body weight, those things you can observe after giving the injection, right? And again you can even check microscopical examinations. Microscopical examinations means if any organ is affected, that also can be carried out here. And LD10 and LD50 values also can be estimated in this single dose toxicity studies. That is, in the acute toxicity studies, you can even find out LD10 and LD50 values. So here the main aim for this single dose toxicity study is to determine minimum lethal dose and maximum tolerated dose, right? And it is given in 2 species, that is mice and rats, and the route of administration is same as that intended for the humans, and one more additional route can also be given for ensuring the systemic circulation. And mortality rate is checked for up to 14 days, and if the route is a parenteral route, then that should be checked up to 72 hours. And which type of changes you can observe? Physiological functions, if there is any change in the physiological function, body weight, microscopical examinations can be checked for in acute toxicity studies, right? Acute toxicity studies. And next one is repeated dose toxicity studies. So in repeated dose toxicity studies, this is nothing but subacute and chronic studies can be studied in repeated dose studies. So these studies are carried out in 2 species, same as that in the single dose studies, right? So in this, which out of 2 species, one should be non-rodent. Non-rodent means not mice or rats. Other non-rodents like monkeys, guinea pigs you can take here, right? So after the initial dose ranging studies for minimum MTD. MTD is maximum tolerated dose. So after the initial dose ranging studies for maximum tolerated dose, you have to carry out the final systemic toxicity study here, that is FSTS. So final systemic toxicity study will be carried in the repeated dose toxicity studies. So for that purpose, 3 doses are selected. 3 doses are selected. So here these 3 doses are first one is highest dose, second one is mid dose, and the third one is lowest dose, right? So in the highest dose you can, with the highest dose you can observe the observable toxicity, and with the mid dose, that is moderate dose, you can see you can see some symptoms of toxicity, but no actual toxicity is observed with the mid dose levels. Whereas in lowest dose levels, you can see actually this is free of toxicity. You cannot see any toxic reactions with the lowest dose, whereas that can be comparable. This dose is comparable to the intended dose of the human, that is safe dose. So safe dose that is given to the humans can be given in the lowest dose, right? So these are the three different doses. These are the three different doses in where you can find out the final systemic toxicity study, right? And the next one is, see in this again, as you are grouping the animals, one group should be a control group. So for performing this test, you will be grouping the animals into 5 batches or 6 3 batches. 3 batches means in each batch again 6 rats will be present, right? So here in one of the batches, one control group should be kept. One control group means in that only you will be giving the vehicle. That means you are not going to give any drug for the control group, right? Whereas for other groups you will be giving the selected doses, right? So these selected doses are administered depending on the duration of intended use in humans. That is, so that means how long you want to use in humans, that long duration is given even in this case, right? Suppose if the person is suffering with any diabetes, then how long that person is going to take that drug? In same way you have to perform the test in rodents. Same way you have to give the drugs even in the rodents. So that is according to the phase of the proposed clinical trial, you have to give the dose here, right? And also the route of drug administration also should be the same as that for the human use, right? This is the repeated dose. So what are the parameters that you are going to check here is that you have to observe for any eye changes are there, or any loss of fur is present, or if there is any behavioral or physiological observations you can see, or if there is any change in the body weight, or if those species or if the rodents or non-rodents are not taking food or water, or if there is any change in the blood chemistry, or if there is any change in the hematology, right? And you can also even examine the organs of the rodents or non-rodents, right? So if you observe any change in these parameters, then you can easily find out the result. You can easily conclude whether the drug is safe or not, right? And you can even observe, you can even check for the microscopical changes wherever the injection is given, right? So those things you can check here, right? And if at all, if you are going for non-rodent species, there you have to check for ECG and fundoscopy. ECG and fundoscopy have to be checked in non-rodent species, right? And sometimes other group is kept where even in that group, even after stopping the drug, you have to keep those animals as it is, and after a few days, like 14 days, then you have to check whether if there is any recovery of toxicity, recovery from toxicity, right? So that is called as high dose reversal study, right? If at all, if you do not observe any reversal of toxicity, then you can wait other animals. So suppose 5 animals are kept for recovery for 14 days, then the remaining animals from the batches can be kept for recovery, for testing recovery for up to 28 days, right? So that is high dose reversal study. So all these parameters you have to check. If all these changes in the parameters